So hello everyone, and welcome to the World University Research Ranking 2020 launch event. I'm Yoke Singh, author of the World University Research Ranking 2020. First, let me introduce myself. I'm the Associate Provost for Research and International Relations at the Singapore University of Technology and Design, SUTD in short. I have more than 30 years of experience in industry, academia, and consultancy. So before joining SUTD, I was a full professor at Nanyang Technological University, Singapore, and spent 13 years in management positions. My research interests includes semiconductors, telecommunications, and RF millimeter wave integrated circuit design. I was elevated to an IEEE fellow for my contribution to low power IC design. So the World University Research Ranking, WURR in short, is a university ranking index based on a novel methodology designed to evaluate research multidisciplinary. It is complemented by indicators to gauge research impact and research collaborativeness. Together, these three key aspects make up the composite index for the WURR. As the first of its kind, WURR is designed to measure and benchmark multidisciplinary collaborative research, wholly derived from performance-centric evidence-based data. It offers a unique, unvarnished insights for organizations in the 3P sectors, that is, private, public, and people, to identify university partners best positions to deliver optimum returns on R&D investments, so as to create game-changing, transformational impact. WURR presents an in-depth, wide-ranging studies of about 12.7 million Web of Science documents. The study was conducted across a 10-year time frame from 2009 to 2018 for 250 global universities. The results and findings, including analysis by geographical representation, that is location and region, and correlation between these indicators and aspects, are published in detail in the WURR report. WURR evaluates three key components: research multidisciplinary, research impact, and research collaborativeness. Together, these indicators are used to enhance research excellence. To quantitatively measure these three aspects, 7 key indicators were selected with Web of Science as a source of data. These include percentage of multi-field documents, percentage of multi-category documents, category normalized citation impact, CNCI in short, percentage of documents in the top 1%, percentage of documents in Q1 journals, percentage of industry collaboration, and percentage of international collaborations. So the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD in short, scheme in Web of Science Insights is used for the WURR. It includes 42 categories, as shown here, under 6 major fields. A multi-category document is defined as a document which is classified in 2 or more OECD categories within the same field. And a multi-field document is defined as a document which is classified in 2 or more OECD fields based on its research areas in Web of Science. I'm sure the audience is keen to know how is WURR different from the other global universities ranking. The WURR is a fully based on actual research publication data from an independent source, that is Web of Science. It does not require data from universities and does not attribute any weightage to surveys of opinions. So there are 5 most notable observations of these university rankings. Number 1, surveys of opinion play a significant role. Number 2, the top of these rankings is dominated by older, bigger, more renowned universities from a few countries. Number 3, methodologies may not be easily replicated to quickly verify results. Number 4, negligible weightage for industry and international collaboration. And number 5, absence of indicator measuring research multidisciplinary. Let me give you 2 quotes. Quote number 1 is from Mr. Barham. He's the former director of Higher Education Policy Institute, United Kingdom, and he commented that the international surveys of reputation should be dropped because they skew the results in favor of a small number of institutions. Another quote by Professor Philip Albert, and he's the research professor and founding director of the Center for International Higher Education at Boston College, United States. And he noted that some of AWRU criteria clearly privilege older, prestigious Western universities, particularly those that have produced or can attract a Nobel Prize winner. So what is the future? The future clearly is multidisciplinary collaboration. It is no longer an option when it comes to solving fast-paced, complex, and real-world problems. So when we compete, we see people or things as relative, but when we collaborate, we see people and things as related. So in fact, in the 21st century, we have to find new equilibrium between competition and collaboration, between innovation and implementation, as well as between technology and talent. And as indicated in the UNESCO Science Report towards 2030, there is growing internationalization and multipolarization of scientific production. Research and innovation with countries and scientists collaborating across borders and disciplines to solve pressing problems and long-term challenges. It is therefore timely to relook at how university research performance are assessed with respect to how they are able to harness the synergies created from bringing together multidisciplinary and collaborative teams to tackle research problems, in addition to sustaining research impact. So let me give you an example. So the combination of 5G, artificial intelligence, AI, and drones, these are very important areas will bring change at a speed, scale, and scope unlike anything we have experienced before. It will affect the very essence of human experience. So the interplay between them will create realities that were previously unthinkable and impossible. Although the advent of these technologies will display low-level unskilled jobs, it will create high-level skilled jobs which are harder to be replaced by smart machine alone. So Singapore's success is no miracle because the people understand that any gaps in knowledge, income, and generation in society will prevent her from rising to the top. So we are constantly looking for new ideas and sometimes defying traditional wisdom. We keep learning through collaborating with others and adapting them to our own needs. Our success is in fact determined by our ability to attract the best and the brightest people from around the region and also the world, and our ability to nurture people of diverse skills and ability. So it's not just about having an open economy, it's also about innovation. It's also about exchange of ideas, collaboration across borders, and skill for the future. Therefore, we must integrate global perspectives into our education and economic mission and produce graduates who can work in different and across continents, countries, cities, communities, culture, and companies. I call them as the new 6 Cs. So finally, higher education is no longer about knowledge creation and transfer. The 21st century education plays an increasingly role as it integrates global perspective into its teaching and research mission. Hence, we need to nurture T-shaped graduates who have broad knowledge and deep skill. But we all know the letter T has a small base and is not stable, but it can be toppled easily. However, if it topples in the right direction as shown here, it forms a Chinese character, Ren, and this is when human beings understand the true purpose of life and education. I think with this, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Prof.